What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Bloodborne rumors, the Bloodborne coming to PS5 rumors. Now, this is not our first rodeo with Bloodborne. In fact, even talking about like a remaster, if it was coming to different consoles, I have talked about that actually a few times over the years on this channel. So it's kind of fun to revisit a thing like this. So let's go over this. Basically, the rumor is that the remaster for the PS5 is absolutely real. Also PC, not just PS5, also PC. But obviously I think PS5 is maybe the more grabbing thing, and that it is real, and it is coming probably actually very soon. So this comes from that Red Gaming Tech YouTube channel. He's the same one who talked about the Metal Gear thing, okay? So the same guy who talked about Metal Gear Solid. Remember, that game's getting a remake, could be a PS5 launch game, however that ends up going out. But he's talked about that. He also talked about this. Apparently, he said, he talked about the Metal Gear thing. He also said that Bloodborne Remaster is absolutely real, and it's coming to both PS5 and PC. It's allegedly quite far along in development, and it'll come with additional content. And then Push Square goes on to say, as you may know, Bloodborne has quite a lot of cut content, stuff that was removed from the game during development. If the remaster really does exist, it sounds like it could come like to restore some unused assets. As in the case with any rumor like this, our only option is to wait. And they go on to say, like, this has happened multiple times. It has, but honestly, look, in the gaming industry, like, yeah, sometimes there's just things that are constantly said over and over again, and they still never end up happening. And I'm not saying that like saying something 30 times ends up like kind of willing it into existence, but when there's smoke, there's fire. And when you talk about Bloodborne Remaster, and there's been a lot of people in the gaming industry that have talked about it, that have pushed this as something that is happening. And then you also look at the fact that it makes so much sense. I mean, there's literally no way this can't be something that's at least crossed somebody's mind, you know what I mean? Then it really does start to become, in my opinion, something that can happen. Now, we've talked about the PS5, there could be one other launch game that they're not saying yet, that they're trying to hold off of. I think Metal Gear could or should be that game. I don't think it will be Bloodborne, and honestly, in a way, I don't want it to be Bloodborne, only because of Demon Souls. And again, they're very different games. Some people like Demon Souls best, some people like Bloodborne best, but they are close enough in that family where I would say you would spread them out and kind of reap the rewards. Ultimately, the thing I said, like how there's no way it hasn't crossed somebody's mind. Bloodborne, it's no Spider-Man, okay? It didn't sell 13 million copies. It didn't get, millions and millions and millions of people on the PS4. But I do think it had, maybe not millions and millions and millions. I mean, again, we don't know the actual number, but I do think it had a significant impact on the PS4, a massive one that honestly Demon Souls I think will have immediately for the PS5, in that, as I've always said, the Sekiro, the Souls, the Bloodborne, that is its own community. Yes, they obviously play other games, okay? Maybe sometimes actually they don't, obviously it's up to the individual, but it's a community, firstly, that's actually very, very big, and secondly, it's so passionate about these kind of games. Firstly, Bloodborne sold amazingly well on the PS4, so it's not like it was a failure, it's not like it was a slouch. It sold insane amounts of millions and millions of copies. It also, I guarantee you, had people buy the PS. In fact, I even saw it at the time when this was happening, much like you see with Spider-Man. Honestly, you look at comments, you look at people on Twitter, you look at people on YouTube. I mean, you can't actually count how many people have said that the only reason they got the PS4 was for Spider-Man. A lot of people actually, I mean, if you go based off of the internet, you would say, oh my God, did anybody own the PS4 before Spider-Man of September of 2018? Obviously, people did, but that game got so many people to jump on it that on the PS4 that never had it, that it's unbelievable. Bloodborne, same thing. Bloodborne was actually earlier, right? Lots of people got the PS4 specifically because there was no other way of getting Bloodborne. Hence, honestly, the reason I say that when you make next gen, you got to make games only on next gen. I get a transition period, but this is going, like, if this game only comes to PS5, not on PS4, only PS5, it will get people to buy the PS5 that otherwise wouldn't. And that's why things like this are so important. We talk about how Sony can compete with Microsoft buying Bethesda. It's doing things like this. It's the deals, it's the smaller third-party deals, it's the first-party deals. This is how you do it, where you say Bloodborne was so, and I get it, it's the same game. It's not Bloodborne 2. Demon Souls, it's a remake. It's not Demon Souls 2, but You never know. Maybe Blue Point makes a Demon Souls 2. And Bloodborne, look, they're still waiting on From Software. I think eventually there will be a Bloodborne 2, by the way. I've always stood very, very firm on that. I do think there'll be a second one, but until then, why not capitalize on it? Bloodborne sold so many copies. You do it, even if it sells half as many, that's still an enormous amount of people. That's people that very likely probably don't have the PS5, but will get it specifically to play either Demon Souls or Bloodborne. And now you start to have a portfolio of these kind of games. You know what I mean? There's only 2, but you start to build that up. Maybe like a Neo 3 then becomes a 3rd game. You know, all of these things really, really helps. So I know I'm not necessarily talking too much about the rumor. I mean, this guy, you know, supposedly has a very, very good track record, so that's obviously good to hear. I do believe Metal Gear. I definitely think that's probably a slam dunk thing. And Bloodborne has been a thing in the rumor mill for so long. I think that's a slam dunk to happen as well. And again, even if you don't want to believe him, if you don't want to believe rumors or leaks, it just makes so much sense because it would make Sony, I think, so much money. You would sell it. You would sell the PS5 with it. You would get people to say, hey, Bloodborne 2, can we get it? And that's another thing to think about too. I know I kind of mentioned it, but if Bloodborne Remastered does really well, you know, and obviously you're going to have people that have the original Bloodborne anyway. You don't even need a remaster. But to hit them after that with saying, hey, guess what we did? We got From Software to make a Bloodborne 2. It's coming exclusively for the PS5. I mean, that is how you crush it. You know what I mean? Now you have all of this excitement. Again, Bloodborne fans are always excited. They would support a Bloodborne 2 no matter what. But if you get a Bloodborne Remastered out there, you get people excited like in the moment, and then you hit them with another new thing, and my God, you know what I mean? That's a really powerful thing. So I absolutely believe this rumor. I feel like it's actually more of a slam dunk than the Metal Gear one, although I believe that one too. Again, really, really would help the PS5. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think Bloodborne Remastered on the PS5 is happening? Do you think this could lead to a Bloodborne 2? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And obviously, if this is confirmed to be real, or if anything happens with it, I'll be covering it. I'll be covering the game when or if it comes out. All of that good stuff, okay? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next video.